we'll be going over the top toolbar and showing you where to go for different features in the program. We'll also go over the map and data box and how to reorder layers. So first, in the top left corner is our address bar. You can use this to find an individual location. You can type in a street, comma, city, comma, state. You could do a street, comma, zip code. You could just type in a zip code and it'll put a push pin on your map. Next is binoculars, which is essentially the same as enter on your keyboard. The blue arrow to the left is an undo button. And then finally at the top we have edit map properties, which will pull up our manage map and data box. We'll go over this manage map and data box later. Some of these buttons are pretty self-explanatory. When you hover your mouse over them, it'll give you the name of each of these features. The first one is to create a new map. The second is to open any previously saved map. And the third is to save a map. The next button is a feature called Map Share. This would allow you to share an interactive version of the map that you created with a non-subscriber. You can email them a link and it would pull up in their browser. Also, if you have multiple subscriptions of Map Business Online, we have a private sharing feature. And so you can share your map that you saved with a colleague and allow them to view or edit the map. Next is a feature that's used most often in the program, and that's plot data on map. And that's how you'd bring in a spreadsheet worth of data. These could be your locations, your customer locations, competitor locations, and we can always color code those points. Next is our Create Territories button. You can create territories manually in the program, but if you have them set up in an Excel spreadsheet and they're set up by county, state, or zip code with a territory name column, then you can use this button. Next, we have our Add Map Layers button, and for 12-month subscribers, we have the ability to add additional layers. So we have a Zip3 layer, we have congressional districts, we also have school districts, and we have a highway layer that you can add as well. Next is a feature called Market Analysis, also for our 12-month subscribers. There are different features within Market Analysis. You can use it to add additional information to an existing spreadsheet. You can also use our Distance to Store feature. The Distance to Store feature is a nice feature that would allow you to find the distances between two spreadsheets. So if you have stores in one spreadsheet, employees in another spreadsheet, then you can use that Distance to Store feature to find the distance between the two. Next is color code with circles. This one would allow you to take a previously imported spreadsheet of points, and you can make those circles larger or smaller based on a numeric value like sales. Color code with symbols is probably the feature that's used most often as far as color coding goes, and that would allow you to color code those points in the map based on a column of the spreadsheet. So if you have sales figures in a spreadsheet, units sold, a classification for a customer type, that's where you'd go. Next is put charts on map. This is handy if you have something like market share. So if you have your information, percentages, and maybe two competitors, then you can use that market share columns to show a pie chart or bar graphs. Heat maps look really nice in a PDF or a spreadsheet, a PowerPoint presentation. If you want to see a concentration of where all your customers are, where those push pins are, you can use the heat map, and that looks very nice. Next is a feature called Color Code Map. That would allow you to color code zip codes, counties, or states based on either demographic information that's embedded in the program, or you could use information from your imported spreadsheet. This is a pretty fun tool if you ever want to see something like median household income across the nation. You could color code all the zip codes in the United States automatically based on that criteria, and you can see where different pockets of income are. Next is clear color coding, and that'll remove what we previously did with color coding. The next button is our search tools. You can search by a radius, a polygon, a freeform area that you draw, and also we have a drive time polygon. You'll notice that they all have binoculars with them to search data. You can use this if you have a large list of points. You can use these tools to find a smaller group of those points. You can also use these tools to quickly create territories. It allows you to grab big chunks of zip codes or counties or states all at once. Next are our draw tools. They do not have the binoculars. These would allow you to just draw simple shapes on the map, circles, polygons, just curved lines. We also have the ability to add text, which is nice, and you could also drop push pins on your map. Next we have our measure tool. If you just wanted a straight line distance, this would allow you to also draw arrows on your map if you wanted to make an arrow with an arrowhead going one way or another. Next, our printer option would allow you to either print or you could save your image as a PDF. You could save up to a 5 by 5 foot wall map PDF if you wanted to. I would suggest saving that PDF and then printing that PDF for best results. The next button is Save Image File, and that would allow you to save an image as a JPEG or a PNG. Next is our data window, and you'll find yourself coming into this data window quite often. It's the icon that looks like a calendar. This shows our spreadsheet data. It also shows a list of zip codes. You can toggle between different spreadsheets if you like. You can also see all the zip codes that are encompassed in your territories. This is handy if you wanted to export a list of all the zip codes within a territory that you created. The button on the end would allow you to export this data to file as a CSV. The next button is our route window. The route window would allow you to create a route. You could do up to 150 stops, and it'll try to do it optimized. You could add them in one at a time, or you can add chunks of them at once with our data window. You can also print your route, export your route to a CSV. You could export it as a TomTom file or a Garmin navigation device. Next is our help articles. This is where you go if you're lost and you don't know what to do, or if you wanted to know more information about a particular topic, like color code with symbols. Then you click on the help articles icon, and that'll pull up another browser. You can easily just type in that feature that you're looking for. In this case, I did color code with symbols. It'll pull up that sheet. Or you can just click on the individual section that you're looking for. You'll receive step-by-step instructions with a video for most of these features. We also do have a video archive listed here. There's many in-depth videos for different scenarios. Next is our map and data box, and that hangs out on the left-hand side here. This map and data box is very important because it controls the different layers that we have. If it ever disappears on you, just look to the left-hand side and you'll see a single blue arrow, and that'll make it, if you click on it, it'll make it pop back out. This is how you can control your different layers, like your zip code layer if you want that enabled. You can enable your states layer if you want those borders. You can also use it to turn on territories once you've either created or imported. Also, you can import, you can toggle on and off your different spreadsheet layers. What's also handy about this map and data box is when you highlight a layer, there's a little settings gear that pops up on the right-hand side. And when you click on it, it pulls up a larger box called Manage Map and Data. From here, you can change the look and feel of your map. So on the right-hand side, if I wanted to change the look of the labels, I could change the color. I could also click Format Labels if I wanted to tie information like sales figures or demographic data as part of that label. I can click on General, and I can make my borders stand out more. I can also go here for my different customer list. I can change all of those symbols all at once and change the color, size, and shape if I wanted to. I could also change the callout, which is essentially a text bubble that pops up when you click on a point on the map. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my territories layer and show you about ordering layers. So right now I have 4 territories on my map in Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. A lot of times we're given the task of I have these territories on the map, but I still want to show my defined state borders. So there's a feature in this map and data box where you can reorder. So if I want those states to really stand out, I can click on one, grab that states line, drag it up above my territories layer, and now I'm going to see those bold borders for the states, and that looks quite nice. You can also do the same with your point layers. So if I have my store locations and my customer lists, I can change the order. So I can drag my store locations above my customer list and they take precedence on the map. Or if I really want those customer lists to stand out, I can click, drag it to the top, and now that customer list has precedence. If you have any questions, please let us know. We love to help, and we're available through phone and email. You also do have those step-by-step instructions with videos. If you're checking out the program for the first time, feel free to use our 30-day trial that you can find at mapbusinessonline.com. Thanks, and have a great day.